Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I am doing a tutorial on this look. It's a super pretty soft glam using the Soft Glam. I took a poll on my Instagram and a lot of people wanted to see this. So I did a very soft springtime appropriate glam look, if that makes sense. I don't know, when I think of spring looks, I think like very soft and feminine and pretty and glowy, very glowy. This look is glowy. So yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on too much. If you want to see how to put your Soft Glam palette to good use, then just keep watching. Okay, first I'm going to go in with the shade Tempera and I'm going to place that all over my eye area from lid to brow bone. Then I'm going to go into Dusty Rose and I'm just going to apply it generously through the crease and blend it upwards towards the brow bone. This is like my favorite transition color of all time. I'm fairly certain that they've released this color before. I can't remember what palette it is. Maybe the Artist palette. It was an older palette and I think I still have it and I kept it mainly for that color, but now I have it in this one, so I feel like maybe I can get rid of that one now. But I'm kind of nostalgic with Anastasia palettes. I've been collecting them for a really long time, so I kind of like to keep them all. Then I'm gonna go in with Rustic. I'm taking a Morphe Y19. It's just a bit of a smaller crease brush and I'm going to just place the Rustic shade into my crease, and I'm being careful with this because I don't want it to be too brown, if that makes sense. I don't want to turn the whole look brown, so I'm just applying it in the crease very lightly just to add a little bit of depth and make the crease a little bit darker. Then I'm just going back in with the big fluffy brush, I forget the name of it, and I'm just going to blend that out. Then I'm going to go in with Mulberry. I'm taking this little tiny pointy brush. It's like a pencil brush, but with a point. I don't know, it's strange. I've never seen anything like that. This one is from Too Faced. It's called the liner brush. I don't use it for liner, but any really small pencil detailer brush would do. And I'm just going to place the Mulberry shade in the very lower crease, and I'm just going to keep it very low and just kind of etch out my crease. And I'm also going to place this on the outer corner. So I'm going to go back into my Morphe Y19 and it has nothing else on it. I didn't apply any more color, and I'm just going to run over where we placed the Mulberry shade just to blend things out. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of Tempera again and just kind of run it under my brow bone to kind of clean up where I think my crease got a bit too high. We got a little too crazy with the blending, so we got to bring it back down. Then I'm going in with a little bit of foundation and I'm just going to cut the crease, but I'm not going to take it above my crease like I usually do if I want to be dramatic, but I'm just following my natural crease. I'm kind of just placing it right under where we drew that Mulberry line just to clean it up and to make the shimmer stick more. Then I'm going to take Rose Pink, and I'm just going to apply this shade to the middle of my lid and kind of bring it into the outer lid as well. Then I'm going to take this shade here called Glistening. I think this might be my favorite shade in the palette, this Glistening shade, and I'm just going to apply that on the inner corner. It seriously is just like glistening. It just glistens. It's so pretty. I love. Then I'm going to go in with Cypress Umber. So I'm just taking this angled brush, this Y23 by Morphe, and I'm just going to kind of line the upper lash line, I guess. I'm not being very careful with this. I want it to be super soft, so I'm just kind of smudging it around. Just use a little bit at a time because these shadows are super pigmented. So don't get too crazy. Then I'm going to go in with Noir, and I'm just applying that with a smaller brush. This is a Sigma E65, and what I like to do, since this black is super dark and black obviously, I like to just press it. I don't like to drag it. I find when I drag it, it gets too intense, so I'm just pressing it into the lash line. And then going back in with my Y23, I'm just gonna soften that up again. Okay, and those are the finished top lids. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go do the rest of my face makeup and I'll be right back and we can finish up the eyes. Okay, so I finished up my face. I used the Fenty Beauty primer, the Fenty Beauty foundation, and Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, and I put a little bit of the Fenty Beauty Match Stick kind of almost everywhere. I'm really oily, so I don't usually do that, but I kind of wanted to go for a super dewy glowy look today, so I kind of did that, and honestly it's kind of a mistake. It kind of looks like I have glitter on my face. Probably doesn't look like that on camera, but I look a little crazy in real life. So let's just finish up the eyes. This is the super easy part, I personally think. I'm gonna go back into Dusty Rose on a E17 by Morphe. It's just a small kind of pencil brush, but it's super soft, so it's easy to blend. And I'm just gonna run this. Has that been in my eyebrow the entire time? Ugh. But yeah, I'm just gonna run this on my lower lash line and kind of connect it out to the outer corner, so it's all in one kind of connected, not line because I don't want it to be super harsh, but you know what I mean, so everything's connected. Sorry if you can hear the construction out there. I'm not sure what they're building, but it's something. And the thing I like about this brush is it just makes it so easy to do the lower lash line. Like, I just kind of put one color down there and buff it out and I'm good to go. So I'm going to apply a little mascara to my top and bottom. I'm going to go in with my little mini Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I'm not actually going to line my waterline today. I almost always do, and I was going to, but I don't actually have like a light champagne eyeliner that I'd feel comfortable using on my waterline, so I'm gonna have to pick one of those up. And the false lashes that I'm gonna use are by Ardell. They are the Faux Minx in the style 812. They're super pretty and super fluttery, so I'm excited to wear these. These are like some of my favorites. So I'm gonna apply these off camera because God knows I can't apply lashes on camera to save my life. So I'll go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes are on. These are my favorite lashes to wear without liner because the lash band is just so thin and they're so nice and comfortable, so I really like them. Now to move on to the face, I'm actually keeping things very glowy, which is very unusual for me. I'm more of a matte kind of gal because I'm super oily. So any product that advertises luminosity, I usually stay far away from, but there are a couple that I really do like. So I'm gonna use those ones today. The first one is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This isn't super glowy, but it's not super matte, so I'm going to use this. I'm using a Morphe E4 brush, and I'm just applying it to the perimeter of my face to add some warmth. I don't even know if I'm gonna contour today, just because I want everything to be so soft and not super chiseled, if that makes sense. Okay, and then I am gonna contour. I'm just gonna take the middle shade of my Anastasia contour kit. It's my favorite, and I'm just going to take a little bit on the same brush, just being very light-handed and just placing it in the hollows of my cheekbones. I think I went a little bronzer heavy. I don't usually do that. That's interesting. So after I do that, I'm going to go in with blush. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amore. I love this one. It's like a pretty peach with a little bit of gold. It's not shimmer, but it has a little bit of a glow, so if you don't like that kind of blush, then maybe those aren't for you. Just go with any like peachy color, I would suggest. So I'm going to use the Morphe E3 brush. It's just a fluffy blush brush. And I'm just going to apply a little bit, just a little bit. And then for the star of the show, I don't know why I'm saying that, I'm going to go in with my Becca Vanilla Quartz highlighter. This has been my favorite every day. Wear it all the time. Love it. Favorite highlighter right now. I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to apply this to the cheekbones, and I'll probably go a little heavy-handed with this and just apply it everywhere and take a bath in it. I am going for super glowy today though, so I might go a little overboard and just apply a little more than I usually would. I'm also just gonna take a little bit and highlight my brow bone with it, just to keep the whole face cohesive. There's not really a shimmery highlight shade for me in that Soft Glam palette, so I'm just going to use this. And now that I've done my face pretty much, I'm just gonna set my brows. I find if I set my brows beforehand, then I just kind of mess them up with all my face products, just like that. And then for lips, I think I use this shade quite a bit, I feel like, but I really do love it. It's the Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Sellout. I just felt like it wasn't going to overpower this look. Again, I kind of want everything to be soft and kind of flow together. I don't want there to be any one particular standout feature of this look, if that makes sense. So I really do like this color for that, so I'm going to use it. Then I'm going to apply a little bit of clear gloss. This one's just by Wet n Wild. I just wanted a cheap one because it's just a clear gloss. I feel like it's the same everywhere. I'm just going to apply a bit to the back of my hand just because my pet peeve is when clear gloss gets dirty. I hate that. And I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and just apply it to the lips. I don't know why, I just thought this look would go better with like a glossy satin finish, but I wanted this color in that finish and I didn't have that, so I'm just gonna top it with clear gloss and call it a day. And then last but not least, I never use this product. I have it for my kit only, but I mean, if we're going glowy, we might as well use the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Probably should have covered my eyes. And that is it for my glowy soft glam tutorial. I really like how it turned out, as I always do. I think it's super pretty. I would wear this all the time. I hope you'll use this tutorial and maybe you'll wear this all the time too. Super pretty. I like it. Yeah, I was gonna do a winged liner tutorial, but everyone on my Instagram voted for a soft glam tutorial. So here it is. I will do a winged liner tutorial probably next for those of you who did want it. So if you like this look, if you like more tutorial type videos, give it a thumbs up so I know, because I don't know what to put out ever. I'm always open to suggestions. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!